All right. Them times. Let's get to the interview of the evening, you know what I'm saying? And for this one, we're back at the Youngsterdam, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute where we haven't done an actual interview in the Youngsterdam, you know what I'm saying? So
it has been.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
We're on field trips.
Yeah. And speaking of field trips, our guest that we have in the building today is definitely on a field trip, and it's good because we've been getting some people in the comments who are like, yo, why don't you never fuck with out west or Montreal or out east? You know what I'm saying? It's all Toronto rappers this, Toronto rappers that. And it's like, you know what? We fuck with a lot of different rappers when it comes to these lists. It's not just fucking Toronto. You know what I'm saying? Because it's We Love Hip Hop, not We Love Hip Hop Toronto. You know what I'm saying? It's for everybody. So, you know, with that being said, we have a guest here who made a trip down from MTL, and I've been watching the videos for a minute, from even before you send a couple of them through like Facebook. I feel like you hit me with a couple of videos too.
Before that, you see some? Before that too?
I think you hit me on Facebook before
possibly,
as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Power of the internet.
Yeah. So, with no further ado, for the people who are watching in the YouTube audience and the listening audience, we have CY in the motherfucking building.
Yeah.
Acting like they ballin', dog, they ain't making G's. Haters gonna hate, yeah, but real talk, they ain't breaking me. Montreal, we got the maple leaf, and my whole team be chasing dreams, so we the best.
Thanks for having me, guys. For real.
No problem.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming through. Yeah. And thanks for making that trip. That trip, like from Toronto to Montreal, from Montreal to Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, is it Montreal, even like with this rap shit and like being from Montreal, right? Do you make regular trips down to Toronto?
Nah, more trips to Kingston.
Okay.
Cornwall, Ottawa, a lot. You know, every couple weeks I'm in Ottawa. Toronto, not too often, but I've been everywhere but Toronto. I've been all around. Been to Oshawa, I've been to Barrie up there, Hamilton, Windsor. Been all over. I never stopped in the heart of the country. You know.
Yeah. So even for Toronto, like, when your visits here, what's your favorite thing about here?
Oh man, Jurassic Park for sure. Jurassic Park for sure. I'm a real Raptors fan. I'm sure there's a lot of real Raptors fans out here in Montreal. There's not many. I'm a real Raptors fan. I've been having my We the North tat since I seen We the North. Right away.
Raptors.
I got it right there.
Champion.
Been messing with the Raptors. Been messing with the Raptors from the European phase, when they thought the European players would, from Calderon, Garbajosa to Mariani, all them times, and then they finally got it right. You know, they gambled and it paid off.
Yeah. That brings me to another question. Because even being like for a Montreal rapper, right? What's it like when you guys watch the scene over here from over there in Montreal? Like,
it's nice to see, man. It's really nice to see. It's nice to see a lot of these young kids. They're young. I'm older. I'm 28. You know, these guys are young. Like Houdini and these guys, they're all younger. You know, it's nice to see. You know, everyone like it's a real wave. Everyone knows Toronto's the main heart of hip hop in Canada, right?
Okay.
Definitely. Maybe years back, I looked at it like out west, but Toronto for sure. It's not even close now.
So, okay, let's go a little bit deeper into that, because not everybody knows this, or not. We're not knowing that everybody knows this. We're here in it.
Yeah, exactly. You're not seeing it from the outside looking in.
Exactly. Like
facts.
I'm from Montreal originally, so I used to be able to see it from the outside looking in, but being here for so many years, now you're just in the bubble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, what's the regular thing that people say when, like, from Montreal, like
about the scene in Toronto?
Like, when you see the scene, you're like, do you know all the different
Obviously,
rappers?
Everyone, to be honest, like there's big, there's the big guys, like, to me, like K-Money, Casper, these guys have all the numbers and all that, right? Then there's little guys that are, I wouldn't even say that they're little. You put them in Montreal, they're bigger than every Montreal artist. You know what I mean? It's just the population in Toronto is bigger. The interest is way bigger. The language barrier plays a big role in it, right? So half the people in, like, there's big popular French artists in Montreal, like huge millions of view French artists. I don't know what they're saying, but they're popping because of the language. But yeah, for sure, we wish it could be more like the Toronto scene, for sure. More eyes on like the Toronto scene, for sure.
So you don't speak French?
fuck with a couple of my Haitian dudes, but I don't really speak. I understand the French. I just choose not to speak it. It's just not for me, man. Like, it's not for me. Where I grew up in Montreal, it's like we didn't really mess with French people, bro.
Yeah,
it really was like that.
Well, you know, from research and even from we were talking off camera, you're saying that you grew up in like LaSalle and stuff, right?
Everybody be fake, dog, is you kidding, dude? Best believe it's Southwest. Yeah, you know we play by different rules, like what? Every day.
I grew up in the Southwest area, like Verdun, Point St. Charles, LaSalle, like the whole sector, like, you know, the whole Southwest area, you know?
Yeah, it's just a very English area out there then.
Compared to a lot, if you go to like Montreal North, it's all French people over there, you know? Mainly on the east side, there's mainly French. You know, if you go to like you were talking before, if you go to NDG or something like that, there's still French and English. You know what I mean?
That's a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get like a picture for the people who watch from the. We have a very high Toronto-centric audience. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are like stuck in the bubble of.
A lot of people from Toronto fuck with Montreal too.
Yeah.
Like okay, back to what you saying, my brother. The weed's killing me, but even the smaller guys, like I wouldn't say they're smaller, but there's a lot of guys that get they're not as big as K Money and Casper, but people like still show love, like Doovie and all them kids. Them kids are good. Everyone knows who all of these guys are in Montreal. All of them guys. All of those guys, from the kids that are 16, 17 to all of that. Like, I don't know. I think it's like the recommendations on YouTube is flying. Like, it's like they know to cater to the city. I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for real. It's big. It's big in Montreal, definitely.
Yeah. So even with your stuff, right? Because you've been doing a lot of shows and stuff like that.
Shows, yeah. I've been traveling the whole country doing different shows, different. You know.
Give us a list, like a rundown of some of the highlights of some of your bigger shows.
I went to Ottawa. I did a couple shows in Ontario with Obi Trice.
Okay.
Oh.
I did a show in Windsor with Riff Raff and Peter Jackson. In Ottawa, I did a whole bunch. Onyx.
Alumni.
In Montreal, I did the most. Obviously, you know, there's like Mob Deep. The list of Demrick, Snack, Mad Shot, all that. The list goes on and on and on. But a lot of people, they don't capitalize on that, right? Like they just come and they go and they perform and then they dip. You know me, I use my mouth. I talk to people. I have business cards, pass them out to different people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, people come follow you on the gram and shit, like, so they can see what you're doing from then on. You know, a lot of people, they don't build the fan base properly.
Okay, so like, because for a lot of people over here, I see not a lot of guys are even doing shows. So how is it for young guys out there who are trying to get their shows up? How do you get yourself in the position to get the shows popping?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's all about just using your head. Every city, when a big artist comes to Canada, he comes to the main cities. And in between him coming from Toronto to Montreal or Montreal to Toronto, he wants to stop at Kingston. He wants to get the bag in Kingston. He wants to get the bag in Ottawa. So, like, you know, just go on the Facebook event pages and message the promoters, man. Tell them that you can get people through the door, and then if you can really get people through the door, they're just gonna work with you. They just want to get their investment. It's like when you first re-up, you want to get your money back right away.
Yeah.
They want to get their money back from investing thousands and bringing this platinum artist over, whatever he is, the level of artist he is. They want to get their money back, right?
Yeah.
So, sad but true, they use openers, you know what I mean? Then again, if you're only being used if you really don't have the fan base. You know what I'm saying? If you have the fan base, you're gonna eat with them.
Facts.
I'm not trying to eat $5 a ticket. If the ticket's $30, I want $15 each ticket. I'm gonna move 50 of these bad boys though. I'm gonna make my little change, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got lucky that I work with a couple of promoters from Ontario and whatnot that happened to give me like a good opportunities, like not even to sell any tickets, just they fuck with the music and they had me over to do a lot of Ottawa shows. Crazy Bone, when he came, I think it was 3 years ago, that was my first big show, and then from then on I just did a lot, like at least 20 big shows like that.
Okay. That's dope. So let's stay on the shows for a quick minute.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you do as far as for show preparation?
Sometimes me and the squad will rent a little rehearsal room. Everyone drops a little smalls and we rent the rehearsal room, you know?
Okay.
He knows the lines, because last thing I see, all these guys, they just go up and they think the song's hot and they just have their guy behind them doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing. Like,
Stage presence.
They're rapping over their tracks, and that's cool to an extent. Like, depending how known the track is, like, I don't know. Everyone feels differently, but like, a lot of these guys don't know what they're doing for real.
I like that. I like the fact that you say that you rehearse your tracks and you actually know what you're doing on stage.
Super fast.
Because like you said, they got their brethren on stage who doesn't know what he's doing. He's just hyping up, and he's not even hyping up when he needs to hype up. He don't know the track.
Exactly.
He's rapping the mumble track over your mumble in the track. Like, yeah.
And then you got the real track playing in the background on top of it. It's just a bad look.
Yeah, it
Super
gets messy.
bad look.
Yeah, man. So I know over here in Toronto, we deal with a lot of what we call the polys, right?
Politics?
Yeah, like fucking, you know, hard to do shows because this ends is not good with this ends and more whatever, right? So
yeah, it's like that a little bit too.
Is that the same issues going on
a little
in Montreal?
bit, yeah, somewhat.
So is there like a lack of unity? Did the rap bring it together?
There definitely is a lack of unity, cause like it's just like there's a lot of uptown downtown beef in my city. You know, it's like, it's like that in every city. Like every city has that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like it's like if you like, I used to throw events for the bread, you know, and like to build little guys coming up too, you know, make a little cheese, whatever, you know. And like I had to watch who I'd put on different bills because you never know who has I know who's got friction. I'm good. I know who's got friction. So I would avoid the friction, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would dawn on me, like I would prep the card and put the card out. The event page is ready to go, and it dawns on me, oh yeah, so I have to talk to them side, you know. That like you have to understand this is my name, and like it looks bad for we won't be able to do events at so and so venue if you cause any kind of shit there. You know what I mean? So out of respect, there was never any. I threw about probably like 100 events, maybe in the last like 4 years.
Holy shit!
And I had maybe like 3 altercations, maybe 4.
Dope.
And they weren't even serious. No one getting shot. No one getting stuck. Just fist fights, like little things.
Yeah,
that's a good statistic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And do you ever get like resistance, even like
like with the police?
Yeah.
Because Toronto, it's a hard time for these guys to book shows.
It's a hard thing,
like
bro.
if press is getting booked, they want to close it, like something like this.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, we gotta like, I gotta run it past it.
Yeah, they do that sometimes actually. For the guys that bring that street vibe to the mix, you know.
Yeah.
So if you like, there's certain guys that if you book, you guys ever heard of the French guy Enema, the French guy?
Yes.
He's popping in Quebec, bro. Like lit. And when he does a show, there's just like 200 people there to see him. No opener, whatever the openers just bring 2. That's icing. But he brings mad people, you know.
Yeah. Right.
So with that, like, more people, the more problems you're gonna have definitely at a show. Definitely, the more chances of a problem.
Or more chances of a problem, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So even with yourself, right? Tell me about like growing up, like before you got into the rapping and stuff like that.
Before I got into the rapping shit, I was in the streets, bro. I was making real money out in Montreal, bro. Everyone started off as a dojo, like you said. Started off as a dojo. I was making money, bro, and I seen a lot of shit young. I seen more than most out of young. It's too young. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I seen more than people see in life by the time I was 17, for sure.
Wow.
100%. I've been pistol whipped. Dude shot after me. I've been beat with baseball bats several times.
Jesus Christ.
The list goes on and on. Me, I built my own. We ain't gonna talk about all that. You know, like I did everything. Everything in Montreal you're supposed to do, I pretty much have done it. It's not to glorify all that shit either, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like, that's just what it was. You know what I mean?
So, what do you think one of the hardest lessons you ever learned?
You have to treat people how you want to be treated. I used to be a disrespectful little fuckboy. Like I used to. You didn't want to know me when I was 16, bro. I was hungry, and you just treat people how you want to be treated, bro. Like now I treat people with respect. That's how I want to be treated, you know.
Yeah.
So that got me way further than any kind of disrespect you feed out. You get the energy you put off, you know.
Straight,
definitely.
That's the jeweler right there. You know what I'm saying? Wow.
So what made you decide that you're gonna get into the rap game?
Yeah.
Slow me down, try to slow me down. Yeah, these dudes try to slow me down. I put in work, I hustle hard. These dudes try to slow me down. A lot of cats stay like that.
The rap shit was, I loved it. We all loved rap growing up, right? Everyone, like, Rappers wanted to be ball players. Everyone wanted to be a ball. You're in high school, you want to be a ball player. You want to be a rapper. Everyone wants to do the main things, you know?
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a rapper. I just wanted to rap. I wanted to shine. But now it's just like, the older I get, the more like, I say to myself, like, I'm making a track, it's 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. Before I know it, like, 3-4 hours went by. Like, back in the day, I would have been doing some fucking dumb shit in that 3-4 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I just use the music literally as some therapy. I love it. I love hearing people like it. When people like it, it just fuels the fire. It makes me keep going with the shit. You know, 'cause people, at one point I was trash. Everyone is trash. Like when you first smash a thing, you're just happy it's in.
That's the title.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the title right there. That's the title right there.
You know, but now you're smashing it right.
That's the title right there. That's the title right
when you
there.
smash a thing, you just hope it is in.
The first time. That's the title. That's definitely the title.
Yo. So even with that, like, what was the process? Like, what do you feel like is the difference with your process back then, making raps, to now?
Think they gon' remember you? I said nah. A lot of dudes fake, exposing dudes. You know I had to do with Montreal's my city, dog, and I'm saluting, homie.
Now it's like before I even write the track, I have the video already planned out before I even make the track. You know what I mean? Because the visuals is the most important thing, right?
Yeah, you can see it in your mind before you start
Because
writing.
when you're listening on YouTube, you're just using your ears. When you're watching, you're using your ears and your eyes. You know what I mean? You're using more senses. You're getting more entertainment value, you know?
More, yeah.
So the visuals means a lot. So I just make sure I have the nice, like, for to make music when you guys, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the stool like every day, just spitting my new shit. Half of these dudes can't even count no bars, dog. That's the difference, they useless. Yeah, I go hard.
I made sure I wanted to do a little studio scene, but it didn't really pan out for the time I had the cameraman. But like, you know, like I had my manager there, my real manager, little contracts up. I had my regin, I had the bottles, those little cheers, celebration. It doesn't take much. You just have to put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Like you were saying the other day, like the kitchen scene, and we've seen this a million times. Like, you know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is repetitive, bro. Like, you gotta change it up, you know. I've done kitchen videos. Everyone has, right?
Yeah.
But do something different. Put some thought into it. More people. It's like a movie. Like if you're giving someone more to watch. Otherwise, it's just like one of my OGs. I say, oh, my video's out, fam. Go peep that. You know, he doesn't go on Instagram or Baitbook or nothing like that.
Yeah.
And like, the man says, yeah, bro, it's just you rapping. You're on this corner and then you're there and you're rolling a joint and you're just rapping, bro. Just like put some more thought into it. Now he's telling me about. He likes what he sees. He likes seeing the stories, and it's more to watch.
See
you
the
know,
progression.
Yeah.
Definitely see the progression.
And yeah, thinking a little bit more out of the box.
People get it messed up because people people get really popular off them kitchen videos and the hood videos and the no thoughts to the videos. So they think that they could do that, and, you know,
And it works for them too. Yeah,
it doesn't work like that necessarily, right?
They only get so far, right?
Yeah, exactly. And people only can see so much of the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
People have to set more realistic goals for themselves too, like more like super. Like everyone thinks that they're gonna be a superstar and this and that. I'm cool if I get love in my city more than most do.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. I'm cool, because I know as a writer, we all know 1 + 1 = 2. As a rap, I'm a good writer. Like the bars are there. Some people don't even rap. My daughter can rhyme fucking cat with hat. Like, you know what I'm saying? These guys are, like, you know, like, it's terrible, man. These guys
Speak on it,
now,
man.
but nowadays you don't need to have bars, bro. You don't need to have bars. All these guys are popping. They don't have no bars. Like, that's just the way it goes, you know.
Yeah.
So if someone said to you, like, yo, you could put less effort. You're gonna put less effort. You're gonna half-ass it. That's what these guys do, half-ass it. Half of these guys are even worse too, because their engineer's good. These guys are trash. Half of these, like I'm talking about Kodak Black, and like I like their music. I like a bunch of Kodak tracks. He's just not a good rapper. Back in the day, like Jada, Fab, and these guys were
That's all just about to ask
styles,
you.
and these
Yeah.
guys were hot. These guys were lyricists. Like,
Yeah.
like you seen them put that to the pad with the 6 syllables, and you know, like, you know, you could tell, you like, from an artist to the next. I know that he put time into that, and I know when I hear something else, they didn't really put the time in, you know.
Yeah.
It shows.
One of the tracks you're like, yo, the man can't even count bars.
They can't count bars, man. Don't even like some lit artists.
Yo, that line caught me. I was like, whoa, hold it back. Let me get that one back right there. Like, I see most of these men can't even count bars.
They really can't, bro.
So two-parter then.
Yeah.
Because you seem like you really you care about the rapping part. So who were you listening to? Because we're doing this whole top 50 thing earlier in the show.
Yeah.
Who's your like top 5 rappers that in your list?
Yeah, for sure. Jada's there definitely. Styles too. Fab was nice when I was younger. He was nice. But then there's like others. There was like levels to like, you know, like 50 was fire when I was a kid. Like classic. Like even people didn't like the Massacre. I liked the Massacre. It was nice. Like 50 was good. I liked Eminem when I was 13 years old. Eminem was fire.
Yeah.
Now Eminem, I'm good. I don't want to hear none of that.
No new Marshall.
But like the new stuff, like I listen to Canada shit. I listen to the people that need to click.
Yeah.
People that don't need to click. You know, like I'm not big. Like I listen to people in my city. I listen to people in Toronto. I listen to people out west. I listen, like, you know, I'll rather listen. There's a dude out west, Kripel. You know, there's no Kripel.
I have not heard of that person.
He's nice. You know, there's just different. I'd rather listen to Mercules than bump.
Yeah, shout out
someone
Mercules.
that don't. You know, Canada shit.
So that's the second part of my question. What are you bumping like when you get in the whip? Like what's your go to, or when you pop in the earbuds? Like what do you go to right now?
Now I'm contradicting myself a little bit, cause like for real though, cause now I'm starting to like really like not care if you have bars, and I'm really
with 2000
like shout out to Pressa. Pressa's nice, you know? But like his voice is hell of annoying. Like it's not a fire voice, but he's catchy. He's like he's catchy. And so I say to myself, why am I listening to this guy? I say to myself because he's catchy.
Well, Canada Goose is a banger. Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say it's a banger just because of Tory's verse. It's a banger. He did good on his shit too.
Yeah.
It's good. He's good. It's
true.
just so now it's just like I'm listening to like Quando, Rondo. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Different guys, Quando, Rondo, and NBA YoungBoy. A couple tracks, like just a couple things, bro. Like now I don't listen to Jada and all that no more. Like, you know, well, like different times in my life, different music.
Evolving with the times, listening to new things. It's you know, it's a lot of different
like
hip-hop.
Bully from Toronto. Bully's hard. Bully's the hardest to me in Toronto. He's versatile. He could do some lady shit, some street shit. He raps good too.
Yeah.
Melodies. He's not just a one-day man. He's good. I fuck with him. He's fire.
Yeah, so that's good because like you're listening to, you know, you've had a well-rounded diet of hip hop, I would say. Then you know what I mean. You got the bars that you've listened to from back in the days, and then some of the saucy shit that's
where I
now.
feel like I got my music from. I feel like it's like
those were your influences.
Still sounding like a little new school. I just want to make, you know, and then like with the bars on the verses, right?
It's been a while, y'all already know that I missed the booth. But when I get up in the bitch, you know I spit the truth. And everybody's a shooter, dog, but they ain't hit the hoop.
Yeah.
So it's like with the proper syllables and like, you know, you know, so a little mix of both.
Yeah.
Cause like you have to keep in mind, there's people that still listen to hip hop that are yours, and there's people that in high school that are bumping hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you could find a middle ground, you could maybe reach a little bit more people, right?
Facts.
So what's your writing process like?
My writing process is I literally just throw me a word, you throw me a word, I'm gonna make something out of them 2 words, and I'm gonna give you 4 of them. 4 of them double or triple rhymes, and that's how I do it. I fill up the last part, and then I do the beginning part. That's what you're talking about?
No, that's the way you write when you write.
Yeah,
however you write.
Oh, you mean so I'll just smoke and play some music. Like I get experience from awkward places, like super, like I'll be listening to the old shit, Akon, T-Pain, them old bartender, just randomly come on, and it's just like not inspiring me, but like putting me in the vibe that I want to write. You know what I mean? Feeling good. You know what I mean?
No,
feeling when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know when I was when we get rappers, because like rap, it's like a and this is like a cultural question, I guess. I always ask, or I've asked this before when we had like white rappers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Do you ever get white rapper backlash?
Nah, you can't give me that.
Talk about
I'm
it.
just not a regular white dude, bro. Like, I'm a hood dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like, you can never hit me with any of that because I did everything. I'm not lying. I'm not running around with the thing right now.
Yeah.
Like, I keep it 100. Like, you know, like, I never lied in my shit. I never pulled no fake shit.
Yeah.
I sold rocks for 7 years straight. That was my life. From a doger to just being my own boss, seeing 13 off a peg. You know what I mean? Like, I put in the work. People knew me before the rap shit. That's what helped me with the rap shit. People knew me from... I never worked a 9 to 5 in my life. I never worked a real job in my life, and I'm doing better than anybody I know financially. You know what I mean? How's that possible? I use my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people could never really ever hit me with the white shit ever, because I'll never. There's levels to it. There's the V nasty running around. Then there's the I feel like there's pure Toronto guys. Like, I don't want to. I know it's slang and shit, but like, I don't want to hear that. Like, a lot of these guys are like, you won't hear me running around saying like, yo, there's bear mans. I don't say that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? Half of these guys out here, like, fucking white dudes talking like that, you know what I'm saying? They all talk the same. Like, I like it though. I like it. It's showing unity. I guess not unity, but like everyone's coming to the same thing, I guess.
Yeah. So even with like the scene over there, right? Because one thing we always try to ask with all our guests, and it's a question that we've asked, I guess maybe like almost 20 times now, right? Because I don't know about Montreal scene, like as far as like the murder rate and stuff like that, but it's been pretty crazy over the last few years.
So it's been a crazy weekend in Toronto.
And over here we've been going nuts.
Oh yeah,
right?
For sure.
We've been trying to get it like lower than what last year's rate was, because last year we had like the highest rate since 1991. Right?
So this week it skyrocketed a little bit.
This
I don't
weekend
know.
there was like 21. No, there was like 19, almost 20 shootings.
Yeah.
People, not shootings, people injured.
But that's all for the thing though. It's all for the
No, in
festival,
Toronto
right?
over the weekend, no one
No,
died.
it's
People
like-
were
Well,
injured.
Usually when that
Separate-
festival happens, there's some shit pops off always, right?
Well, usually there's like things that happen at clubs because there's more people that are around.
Okay.
Caribana weekend also, right? Long
Yeah.
weekend. So, you know, they're attributing it to parties and stuff like that. But as so far, no one's been killed.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of shootings.
No one died out of all them 20 people?
No, nobody got killed.
No one got
Oh
killed.
shit,
There's
that's
a lot
a
of
crazy ratio.
shootings.
That's
There was
that's a
two
blessing,
shootings
so.
just before we got here. There was two shootings in like Flemo or something, not Flemo or Don Mills or somewhere around there.
Right.
2 people got shot.
Toronto's wild, eh?
It's wilding this weekend.
So,
Kid got killed in France.
so,
Oh yeah, that was last week though.
so here one now. With
Yeah,
all that being
was
said,
quite
Yeah,
fatal.
what's up?
right, and the city going crazy, what the question where we try to ask the guest is, what can we do in 2019 so that we don't have a repeat of how it was in 2018?
Man, that's tough, man. The streets is gonna be the streets no matter what. Like, the numbers are gonna be the numbers. They're never gonna be zero, right? You can only try and make them better, but then you're gonna make them better, and it's never gonna stay at that rate, right?
Yeah.
So it's just nothing really you could do, to be honest. There's nothing really you could do at all, to be honest.
You don't think that there's like,
There's no one who comes through mediate things. It's just gonna happen, you know. It's gonna happen. What's the most populated country the most populated city in Canada? Toronto.
Toronto?
Is where the most murders happen in Canada?
Pretty much.
It's a numbers game. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know what I mean? The more people, like we said, the more likely shit's gonna pop off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's just people putting in work out here, I guess. You know, there's a lot of people in the field out here.
Yeah.
But
So
in Montreal, there's not really. It's been like there was a couple years back. It was hot, real hot. Like wow. It's not. It hasn't been that bad.
More focused on making money.
Literally, yeah. People are more focused on making money in Montreal, to be honest.
yeah.
Either broke or you're making money. Like
You can't make the streets hot unless it's for something serious.
Yeah, there's a little bit more order out there, I guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
it's just.
If you're making the
There's
streets
less hungry
hot,
people.
nah,
There's less
you go
hungry dudes
and
out there.
Make money if the feds are just driving around the hood out there, you know. So if you're out there making noise, you're just disturbing everybody's money. Yeah. So that's what you're doing. So out in Montreal, it's really more or less like if somebody's getting touched, it's because it's for like really big money. If not, then nobody's getting touched for no stupid petty things. Yeah. Because if you hit up the hood now, who's going out there? Now you're going to stay in your house.
Facts.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, the streets are different, right? The streets were hot. Everyone was trying to do something. Everyone was trying to be hungry. Everyone was trying to earn something, right?
Yeah.
I had a lot of like between when I from 15 to like 19, I had maybe like 5 homies passed, all the shots, all in 5 years. You know what I mean? I got all the RIPs right here. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and like half of that's been like 10 years ago. 10 years. I'm about to celebrate a 10-year of my dude. And so back then it was more hot, but now it's maybe because I'm more on a positive route. Maybe I don't see it like I
Maybe that's your energy.
Definitely changed my energy. Like,
yeah. Well, you know, maybe if there was a little bit more order out here, maybe we can get those numbers down a little bit too. Then you know what I'm saying? Because it's been pretty crazy. Okay, so with the music shit, what are you working on now? What you got coming up next?
I got a next tape coming out. It's called Street and Sweet.
Okay.
It's like a little perfect mix of the street shit for the women and shit.
Yeah.
And that street shit for the hood shit, you know?
Yeah.
And just giving a little balance of like, you guys heard That's Right with the ladies in it with the pool scene and the titties out. You guys didn't see all that video?
I didn't see that.
I was like,
Actually, I did see that earlier.
You know what I'm saying? That's like you could go play that in a club. That's right. Like it's like I could do all kinds of different stuff.
Like I said, the making music track. I like that one.
I want to put a lot of work in. Respect. I appreciate that.
And you know the visuals you're saying. I notice there's a recurring person in your video. There's like a teenage dude who's putting up flyers in one video and the other video.
Right.
Is that family or is that just like?
No, that's just one of the youngins from around the suburbs that I live. He was just around. I said, "Oh, you want to do this?" He said, "Yeah." So I put him in there. But like what I do is I put people in it and they're gonna promote it too, right? They want people to see themselves looking right. Too, right? And my cameraman's reliable. Shout out to Real City 411. You know.
Okay.
He's reliable, and like it's hard to find I've dealt with different cameramans, but it's hard to find a dude that's gonna take, and no matter what, give you something that like he's gonna slap his name onto, right?
Yeah.
So like some people like. In Montreal, anyways, I don't know about out here, but in Montreal, there's a lot of like weird cameramans. Like they'll make you wait 3-4 months for your video.
Holy fuck!
Like they're not answering, and like other mans is looking for the same cameraman, and it's weird. But in Montreal, like you can get a video for the super low. Like low, you can get a video for $1.
Bill?
$100.
Everybody's hungry for money out there.
A real video.
Fuck.
Cheap in the city.
Not my guy. My guy. Give him a bag, right? But like.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
But when you have numbers that low, that's why you remember you get what you paid for, right?
Yeah.
And the man's just wondering why he has 15 videos in the oven.
Brethren, I buy like 40 of them one time. Give me what, a bill? Jeez.
I know.
That's crazy.
You guys have papers?
Papers backwards, though. Backwards. Take backwards, man.
Shout out to fucking.
Or you can try these, but you have to
Armando's Pizza.
Try that one.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to moisten it a bit. That's the only thing. He's like, nah, I'm not into that right now. It's like a Philly, basically.
We got CY in the motherfucking
I feel like a Philly, my friend.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you guys for having me, for real. I've been watching
appreciate you guys coming out, driving all the distance, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been watching you guys for a minute.
Walk out here on the night too.
Shout out to all my Toronto dudes, you know. Shout out to Franchise and Grips. I fuck with these guys.
Beast Mode.
Shout out to Chris Kane. I mess with all these guys.
Yes.
Chris Kane's a good dude.
AKA Johnny Jibbs.
I mess with all these guys.
Nice.
So
the family.
I used to battle rap too.
Hold it down, bunch of dirty ass motherfuckers. But I stay flexing on them like huge wrestlers. If this Punjabi want Playboy, he gonna die like Hugh Hefner.
Oh,
that's why I swear you look familiar.
I used to battle rap, like I battled all around. Like I beat everybody until I battled King of the Dot Mans, and then he was just like you know, I just stuck to the music, you know. But like, yeah.
When you were battling, were you having an issue keeping bars from music and not keeping it for a battle?
It took away from the music. Like, it took away from the music heavy.
Yeah, because you're writing bars.
I was writing pure battle bars, and the time it took to memorize these battle bars is unbelievable. I'm yelling at the wall at 3 a.m. Like, you know what I mean? Like, an imaginary person, like, trying to get my aggression. Like, stupid. Like, it's crazy. And then, like, it all comes down to one night.
Yeah.
If you're not flawless, you're getting crucified. And all your work over the last 2 months just goes right down the drain.
Yeah.
And no matter what, you're a human being. Like, you know, maybe not everybody, but no one wants to lose, bro. Who wants to take a L, man?
Some of the fuckery mans are in your face.
Why do you think there's no judging in battle rap? No one wants to take a L. No one wants to promote a L.
Not anymore.
You know?
They used to be judging.
There used to be.
Yeah.
There used to be.
Wow, see why I dropped the facts, yo. Holy.
There used to be criticism. People can't handle the criticism of an L.
Facts. Well, yo, that's the, I was about to cut to our next segment, but that's a nice little jewel you dropped on us right there. I did not fucking know that, or I did not realize that. You know what I'm saying? That's real dope.
I got some bars for you guys. Some real life-ish.
Oh, you wanna give us an acapella?
I say yo.
We got fire
in the mic or just like that, you know?
In the mic if you want.
I say yo, let me start when I was young. My pops left when I was 2. It was me, my moms, and my bro. She did the best that she could do. We ain't always have money, but wish families don't go through some tough times, and money could buy anything in the world, y'all. But time, we had support, roof, clothes, plenty love. We grew up in the hood where you get your hands on any drugs. Next thing I know, I started to chop. I was 15, I worked as a doja. I just wanted to get cream. My first year chopping at 15, I seen 100 racks. Turning 16, seeing that kind of paper, I couldn't be done with that. The OG showed me the game. I got lucky, he ain't have to do it. Gave me my first zip, made me a boss. Made sure my cash was fluent, so shout out to him. Cause if it wasn't for him, I'll still be a doja. I just want to give him a salute and tell him that he my dude till it's over. Cause in 09, everybody in the hood get robbed. Never worked a 9 to 5 in my life. We never could get jobs. Used to rob dudes selling work just for fun. Like, fuck how these cats is feeling. The streets of Montreal done did me well. I done seen over 500,000. Fast forward a few years, got out the game. Met my girl, she still cared for me. Shout out to her, cause it's been 10 years and she's still there for me. Every day I see her grinding. When I see her having fun with the children, she let me dream chase on this rap shit, even though she know it's 1 in a million. Shout out to the people that was there when I was broken, I was chasing dough. Shout out to the people that was there when I was lost with no place to go. Shout out to the people that was there when I was coping with depression, and shout out to the people that was there when I was opening for legends.
Jeez, bars.
You know, I can rap, beat, no beat. That's a real artist to me. I don't need nothing. I just rap. I can make something out of nothing.
I appreciate acapella. I can respect the acapella.
Definitely, and a lot of guys can't do it right.
And I like the fact that you just did it off the fly, one take, no, like, yo, boom.
That's the battle rap. The battle rap helped me with the memory. I get in the booth and I'm saving. I could do 2 tracks mixed down in like an hour.
Wow.
Maybe even 3 if it's a next little short one. Just a barish track, I could squeeze it in.
That's what we need more in this hip hop game, in this Toronto scene, is a level of like professionalism. They put out a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. The videos pop. They come out, but like the way you say, yo, I can mix down 2 tracks in an hour in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit right there. I'm not saying how certain. I don't know. I can't talk for everybody's like studio ethic, but you know, when you're in the studio, don't waste your time. Is basically what I'm getting to.
You're paying. So you know.
Facts. Yo, CY in the motherfucking building. Yo, okay. I want to hold you for a moment. Okay. We have a segment called Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah.
All right. You need to